Start off the evening with a toast. I really haven't prepared for this at all, so just bear with me. Literally, I didn't do this today. I'm Aaron Rosedale. Thank you. One of Brett's oldest and I think closest friends. So I've been reading a lot lately, a lot of book on tapes, and I came across a book recently by Malcolm Gladwell called Outliers. And for those of you that don't know what an outlier is, it's for people that fall outside of the normal distribution. So if you want to look around, we're pretty much the normal distribution. And then Brett and Courtney are these outliers, these people that are above, they're superior. Other people that fall into this realm are the Beatles and Bill Gates. And Malcolm Gladwell speaks about these people, and what he does is he says these people are amazing because yes, they're born brilliant, but there were events that happened in their life that brought them to where they are today. So I'm going to do a different spin for the most part, but it's still past events that brought Courtney and Brett together, but I'm mainly going to focus on Brett because I've known him my whole life, but you'll get in there for it. So I want to go over the graph real quick. That was genius. Who was that? You're the man. The outliers. You have completeness in a percentage base over here. This is the completeness of Brett, as a whole person, a developed man. And this is his age on the x-axis for all of you that have not been to school in a while. In the key here, you have the triangle as a major event. You have the nose, if that's what you didn't know, it's a nose. That's me. That's what I got. The heart is Courtney, and the circle is an event that wasn't a major event, but it was, it's worth talking about. So, as Malcolm Gladwell would do, he would take you from here first, 27. So I first want to begin with thanking Marty, Jerry, unbelievable evening. Thank you so much. And then Rick and Kathy. Because you guys, without you, we wouldn't even be here. So, you guys have done a great job with Brett and Courtney, and they are unbelievable. I mean, some of the best, warmest, kind people I've ever met in my life, and I'm so happy that you're in my life. So thank you.
I know.
So now we have 27. So right here you have 98% completeness to Brett. He still has a little bit of room to grow, but that's natural. We want that. So we're going to start at day one. And, most people would be in here, but I did some research with my man Stephen Radke, who helped me do this because I'm not that artistic, so thank you. 20% Brett at age 0, basically. And you ask why? We did the research. People with 4 names really are far above the rest. Right? You know what I'm saying? And then I went to a website, famousy.com, not credible at all, but 653 famous people were born in 1982. So that's got to stand for something, right? Okay, so then age, right here, 9, you see a huge jump in his completeness. And then you see the nose. That's when Brett and I first met. We met playing baseball, so I get it. Then you see just a lateral movement here. This is not a major event, but this is 12 years old. Brett and I had our first major fight. He asked me to shave his head, and Brett has a big forehead. So when I shaved his head, it got even bigger. And he didn't talk to me for days, but we got over it clearly. Then you see here, 14 years old, another major event. This is when Brett went to Kent Denver. Now that's the private school. A number of us went to Cherry Creek, which was the public school. Now, I was there the day that Brett got told that he was going to go to Kent Denver. Now imagine how awkward it is at 14 years old when you hear, "Bretty, come down for breakfast. I have herbal stuff for you." That's Marty. And then all of a sudden I hear silence. And then I hear, I hate you. I want to go to Creek. I'm running away. And then an hour of that goes on. And then I hear the door slam and Jerry and Marty are like, "Brett, where did Brett go?" Well, he ran away to Jet. So I'm alone in the house with the most awkward conversation ever, and then I gotta sneak out. So thank you for that. But it proved to be invaluable because at this point, Brett could have gone to Kent Denver. If he went to Kent Denver, he might have lived in my shadow with women and baseball. So worked out fantastic. This right here, you'll see he takes a dip, and that's unfortunate because he was on a good path. This is right in the 50 range. This is 17 years old. We were out, actually Jed should have been involved in this. I didn't have a symbol for Jed. But we were out, Brett got us to go out, sneak out at like 1 in the morning and go teeping. And so we sneak out, we got our backpacks on and like camo, and we think we're so bad, whatever. Like, Cole, over here. So we're walking around the street, we're feeling good about it, and then a police cop pulls up, and we all dive into the bushes, but there's no coverage in the bushes. So there's 3 guys laying in the street essentially. And the cop's like, "What are you guys doing? What is it?" So this brought him down because it was a character flaw, right? You should have been better. But he jumps up, as you see, 76%. This is another major event. This is 18 years old. Brett got drafted by the Kansas City Royals. He got a scholarship to Nebraska. He got a scholarship to ASU. We all know which choice he went with. He went with ASU. And he got to meet Dustin Pedroia, who's famous. But we should be thanking Dustin because without Dustin, Brett wouldn't have gone to Cal Poly. Which led us to Courtney. So, at 20, he transfers. This is 2021, sorry. He meets Courtney. I'll let him tell the story, a beautiful story. But they had, the starts of a great relationship, but it was college, they were fun, we didn't know where it was going to go, but 80%, thank you, Courtney. So then you have here 23, Courtney and me were involved in some capacity. Brett gets drafted by the Rockies. Yes, sir. Big stuff. So he takes it, and Courtney and Brett, do the distance thing, and they make it. And he keeps growing as an individual. And I was there the day he got drafted. It was a big draft party. It was me and him. And then I made him sign his rookie card, which I have with me today. And I will sell it if the price is right. Starting at $5. Anybody? You got one. So then you see another dip. And this was 24 years old. We thought it was a good idea as 24-year-olds, a bunch of us, many of who are here, to go to Acapulco for a weekend. And at this point in our relationship, Brett got his wallet stolen from him by a 15-year-old Mexican kid. And then he got punked at the beach by all the Mexican kids. And then we went home and we were scared because 15-year-old Mexican kids were way scarier than us. So this brought him back down because he didn't stick up and beat up anybody. But that leads us to today, as I spoke about. This is a wonderful event. Thank you guys so much for being in my life, and let's toast. Let's have a drink. I don't have a drink.